over the weekend. We are away in the girls' grand final, the 18s. East's running left to right with first possession. As we see the Roosters on the attack early. Can they spark an early score here to give them the buffer of a 3-0 lead? That's Jessica McRae playing it. Now goes to Tynese Bowery. It'll be a turnover, Brindy ball on the 7-metre line. Now Brindy on the attack, coming out of their own end. Nice ball to the right-hand side, finding Imogen Vaya. Sophia Sykes, as they make the changes. Good touch there. 4 Easts shooting up into the fence. Jason Stanton with me for this one. Megan Scott back to Chloe Smith for Brindy. Scott out of dummy half, needs to find support. Couldn't find a support runner there. Crowd sounds like they're possibly on the Roosters' side.
Yeah, East would come into this one as favourites, I would think. They've had a very strong weekend, coached by Clay Sutton and Amanda Squawko. I think Canberra will be looking for an upset here, Mike.
I would certainly think Canberra would be the outsiders in this one. As we see the Roosters on the attack, Elise Parsonage turns it over. Outside the 7, Brindy still getting an early touch. We've had 90 seconds in the grand final. Chance down the outside. Eden Morrissey got it away. I think that's Nielsen in the 8. They come back to the open side. Newton dancing through the line. That's the diminutive Lily Quigley, the number 1. Fires it out wide for Elise Simpson. She's got a pair of wheels on her. Have a look at those, ladies and gentlemen. How about that? Brindy 3, East 0. Elise Simpson with the wheels.
Simpson has stunned this whole stadium. Most of us would be forgiven for thinking this is just going to be all the Roosters' way, but Simpson out of nothing down the sideline and a try for the Brindy girls.
We said she's got the pace and she just showed it on cue right there. Brindy 3, Roosters 0. Is there an upset on the cards in the 18 girls? Roosters have to score twice to get back in front. The 18 is Sophie Davis. That's who with the ball now. On the outside, they've got numbers out wide. Can they get there? I think they have. They have in the corner. Nice work for the Roosters. They're in. Back to 3-2. That was a nice run there. Ball down the left-hand side. And I think that was Alia Ibrahim getting over in the corner to make it 3-2 Brindy.
Yeah, immediate hit back there from the Roosters, and that's what classy teams do. They don't want to be down for too long and let the pressure build, and if you can get a quick hit back, that's a good one to settle things into the game. So the Roosters will be very happy with that.
So now it's Megan Scott for Brindy out of dummy half, giving it off to Eden Morrissey. Morrissey showing her pace. Penalty to the Brindy. Tap taken. Only one game to come after this, the 18 boys. David Stone will join us up here in the box for this one. Try to the Brindy. Try in the corner to the Brindy. It's been given, so it's 5-2 Brindy early.
Yeah, Brindy haven't read the form guide. Canberra are coming to this with high expectations, and they're not too worried about Roosters being one of the powerhouse clubs for female touch footy. So they're out. It's 5-2.
They haven't just ignored the form guide. They've seen it, ripped it up and thrown it in the bin. We don't want to know about it. The Roosters on the counter, approaching the 7. That was a nice run there from Ava Kuhn. Kuhn plays it. Louisa McMahon gets it back. That's her with the blonde hair. Goes short side. McMahon. No, the touch was made. Short of the line. Good defence there from the Brindy, numbering off. They've got numbers to the left-hand side, Easts. If they go that way, they turn it back on the unders line. Good touch on Parsonage there. Brindy get away with it. Quigley finds Chloe Smith through midfield. Quigley Good hands again to the outside. They've got numbers here, Brindy. There's
This
the
is away
flying
again.
Elise Simpson.
Ooh.
The cover touch was there.
It's a great save by the Roosters.
She was away again. She'd flown the lids and was off and racing. The cover was coming in the nick of time. This time they got there. Now it's Lani Hall keeping it alive to the outside. I think it's Holly Nelson with a try in the corner. Make it 7-2 Brindy. Well, the upset is on.
Yeah, Canberra, one of the things that Canberra's doing very well that the Roosters wouldn't have seen a lot of is Canberra's happy to shift the ball in midfield. They're happy to shift it on the drive, and that's really putting the Roosters team off balance. And the coach Sutton and Amanda, they're going to have to make an adjustment there because Canberra's really hurting them on the drive.
And I've noticed they're happy to go down either flank, not just one side. They're happy to go left and right wing. They're happy to go either way. There's Davis, one of the key players, touched on the 7. She'll play it now. Sophie Davis. Happy to direct traffic. Gives it a little 1-2 ball. Did she get it back? No.
Yeah,
Emma Judija.
I think the Roosters will be counting. Like, I know we're very early in the game, but I mean, they'd be really looking to get some sort of half time to change the momentum of this because it's definitely Canberra really enjoying it. You see the pass here. They're happy to move the ball while they're driving. This is a little bit different for the 18s division, and Roosters are going to have to adjust.
As we see Quigley fire a ball, looked rather flat. The referee said it was okay. Touches made just short of halfway. Quigley directing traffic, Newton. Quigley fires it left-hand side. They've got numbers once again. Touch was made there on Chloe Smith. Key moment there from the Roosters. Had to make the defensive play.
And this would be a bit of a challenge for the not only the Roosters, but I think also the coaching crew, because I don't think many times they'll be down 3 tries to 1 over the course of the weekend. So this will be something that's a little bit different for them. See how they respond.
Penalty to the Roosters here for a push in the ruck area. So they get the ball. 4.25 minutes remaining. They're down by 5. 2 points for every score after here for each team. So Roosters need 3 to get back in front. Here's a chance for them. Nice little step from Tyneese Bowery. Plays it 5 metres short of the 7. That was a forward pass there. Looked like it might have been. The referee said it was.
Let's have a look at the drive here again from Canberra, something we've been talking about. Look at the width. They don't mind passing the ball around. It's not one-ups. So they don't mind moving it around. So this is something a little bit different we've seen in the grand final. And it'll serve Canberra well if they can keep the ball control and keep doing it.
Through midfield, Lani Hall from half. Got the ball away. Touch was made lightning fast. Hall out of dummy half again. Ball to ground. Sophia Sykes making the run.
Another strong set. Another strong set for Canberra. Roosters a little bit different here. There's a couple substitutions happening early in the set. So Canberra will be looking to shoot up and try and pressure them and make it difficult for them, as we're seeing right here.
Roosters just short of halfway. They roll to the left-hand side. Bit of a juggle there from Parsonage. Nearly got through the line, but the touch was made just in time. Back to the open side. Parsonage again. Out of dummy half, it's Ava Kuhn. Parsonage, touch made on the last. It'll be a turnover.
Again, we're seeing very strong refereeing here, Mike. I obviously not on the outside field, so I can't speak to that. But definitely the stadium games. This is one of the highest standards we've seen from our referees. So they should be really happy with their performances.
Well, as I've said, it's been the co-main event, so it's going to be down ball. Roosters get it just short of the Brindy 10. As I said, it's been an excellent weekend of refereeing from all concerned. They've done an outstanding job, and with the co-main event of the 18 girls grand final, you'd expect the referees would be at the top level, and they certainly aren't letting us down.
Yeah, they're doing really well. Just a little bit of context, I guess. I think that's Pikey out there in the middle. He may even have refereed beforehand, but I remember him refereeing the World Cup in 2003 in Japan. So he's been not only a high-performing referee, but high-performing over a long period of time.
Over a long period of time, 20-plus years. That's the last. Quigley out of dummy half, needs to get it away. Got it away on the bounce, though. Turnover. It'll be a penalty to the Roosters for a forward pass or a lost pass. But the ball goes to ground. 1:40 remaining first half.
I might have to go back and check the form guide because Canberra don't seem too worried about being on the big stage at all, Mike. They're comfortable
here. Don't bother
here.
getting the form guide. It's in the bin out the back.
Mate, this is
it's
their...
been shredded up.
Mate, they're acting like this is their home ground. They're really comfortable. Roosters are going to have to go the next level. Good scoop here.
The Black Opal race days in a couple of weeks' time down in Canberra, so they might be getting in early. The Roosters are in, are they? Yes, they're going to say that's a try.
Yeah, the awesome try by the Roosters. The Canberra defensive line got caught offside there, and that's something we haven't seen for the whole first half, is Roosters ramping up a higher intensity, a faster speed, a more direct drive, and Canberra couldn't get back onside quick enough. And maybe that's the correction that the Roosters have needed to get back in this game, a higher tempo drive.
Now we see Canberra on the counter-attack. Brodie Maguire keeping it alive. That's her with the ball. No, that's not her. That's Lani Hall. Penalty to Canberra, though. A penalty to the Roosters, rather. It's 7-4, 30 seconds remaining. The Roosters fans roaring for a penalty. Not getting it. The turnover comes. Hands on heads from the Roosters. Can they do something before the siren in 20 seconds? Brindy. Lani Hall takes it forward. She's been good. Dummy half. Ball to Sykes. Back to Hall. Sykes on the unders line. Goes back to Hall. Sykes couldn't hold on to it. So we'll head to half-time with a 7-4 scoreline in favour of Brindy. The upset is on the cards. There's the hooter in the background for half-time. The ball goes to ground. Referee says, that will do us, ladies. Go and have a drink. Half-time in the under-18 girls grand final. It's 7-4. Canberra Brindy leads East Roosters.
Yeah, just having a quick look at their at their road to the finals. East were quite comfortable in their quarter-final against the Doggies to get through, and Canberra equally had a quite easy matchup when they played their hometown rivals there in the Magic. And then as they come through to the semi-finals, this is where things got a bit interesting because the Roosters just marched on with a win over the Wagga girls, but Canberra upset the more fancied Hills. Hills were looking to win 14s, 16s and 18s because they were favourites in all three divisions. They won the 14s earlier today, as you would have noticed if you're on the stream, and then they just won the 16s. But Canberra weren't too worried about not being the favourites for the semi. Got over the Hills, and then now in the final, where me included, we thought Roosters were going to have everything their way, but Canberra are showing that they're not too worried about rankings and form and for and against, and they're here to win, Mike.
They certainly are. They're here to win, and they want the trophy. They want the Rose Cup. Heading back to the capital tonight. Only one game to come after this. The under-18 boys, Parramatta and Hills. What a game that'll be from 1:30 to round out what's been an amazing weekend. And we should thank all our sponsors. ISC, the official apparel partner of New South Wales Touch. Budgie Smuggler. Can't see the van today from our vantage point. It's been visible Friday, Saturday. I'm sure they're here. Also, we have to thank Guzmani Gomez and our fourth sponsor, which
we've
is
got our merchandise partner as well, Hyperactive.
Hyperactive
They're always doing a
Merchandising.
great
That was
job.
the name I was trying to think of. Hyperactive Merchandising. I made a visit this morning and picked up some merch, including the cap. A couple of drink bottles to take back home. Might be shared around the tin lids tonight or tomorrow when I get back home.
Yeah, Hyperactive have been in the touch community for a long time. Always making great products, and
Yes.
we've been shouting out to GYG all day. Where we fell in love with Guzmani Gomez with
Well, you did.
with our player gift
Here's
cards.
a chance to the outside for the Brindy early.
Well,
Touch
everyone
was
got a player
made.
gift card, Mike. So it wasn't just me that fell in love with him. I think a lot of the players were enjoying a burrito.
Or two, or three. Good charge there from Lani Hall for the Brindy. They get the penalty here.
Yeah.
Wholesale
2023,
changes.
that's the year that's marked down when the touch community went Mexican.
They didn't go south of the border. They discovered Guzmani Gomez.
Here we go. So Canberra here might, if they can get the first score, it's going to
Pretty well
really
game
make
over.
it difficult. Really going to make it difficult for the Roosters.
Was the touch made there? Yes. Late pass. Penalty Roosters. Minute and a quarter gone in the second. 7-4. Brindy leads it.
And what do you think about the Roosters with that? The way they scored that their second try with a really big drive-in set. Do you think they can? Do you think they can repeat that? Do you think they can bring that into the second half?
I think they certainly can. They're trying to do it right now. Jonager with a great run. Left behind on the pickup. Referee says penalty Roosters for offside.
Big drive-in set from the Roosters. So clearly, Coach Sutton and Coach Squarco's picked up on that, and that they're going to try and make that the game plan for the second half by the looks of it.
Now Jonager plays it on the 7. Back to Sophie Davis. Finds McMahon. McMahon for the line. Touch was made. McMahon protests. Protest dismissed. Placing stand. Told to take it across a couple of metres onto the mark. McMahon. Davis. Jonager ran a dummy. Davis. Most dangerous player on the field's the one with the ball.
Yeah, that's correct. And we have been mentioning, I think, the last couple of games about how well East have been put together as a program with Coach Sutton and Amanda Squarco. But if you look on the other side with Canberra, coached by Elise Wilson, their sort of preparation would have to have been second to none, because they've come out here. Obviously, I put the commentator's curse on them with the drop ball, but in general, they've been getting up and down the field with ease.
Yeah. Quigley there making the error, I think it was, for the Brindy girls. That's her peeling back in the number 1 shirt. The 22 is Lucy Norburn. For the Roosters, they keep it alive. That's Tynese Bowery. Bowery goes herself, Tynese Bowery. Game back on here at Jubilee Park. 7-6.
A great example for any of the youngsters out there watching this game. Bowery with the ball in 2 hands. When the players got the ball in 2 hands, they can pass left, pass right. They've got options. They can dump. And on that occasion, she had the ball out in front, and the Canberra defence held off, and she was able to get the try.
It's just a little conference between the referees before the restart of play. Not sure what that was about, but Brindy up by 1.
So it's only the first score that's the difference here.
Yes.
Canberra
Nice
continuing
hands.
to throw the ball around. They've got to stick with that game plan. That's what's worked for them. The difference we're seeing in the second half here, Mike, is that Roosters have picked up the tempo on the drive, and that's given them the try.
Nice shimmy there from Sophia Sykes for the Brindy. Hall finds Smith. Hall out of dummy half, needs support, has to get it away, does get it away, it won't count though. Touch was made, late pass, penalty to the Roosters.
Yeah, a little bit of a shame there for Hall, because she did really well to get the Roosters in trouble. Probably had the long pass on for the try, but it wasn't to work out on that occasion. The Roosters are going to keep running at them. I don't think Canberra's going to be able to protect this lead. I think they're going to need another try or two to win this, Mike.
I think you're right. I don't think 7-6 will be the final score. I think they'll need more points. Sophie Davis trying to ensure they need at least one more to secure the victory. But Brindy hold on in defence. Their defence has been outstanding this weekend. Their scramble on the line has been excellent. Quigley at first receiver. In fact, that's not her. That's Megan Scott to the outside. They had the numbers there. I think that was Elise Simpson coming through, looking for some space. It was. They double back as they find some room here.
Yeah, the ball movement on the drive, Mike, in just been really comfortable to spread the ball like we're seeing on that occasion forward. But I'd like even including the young, the other divisions, the boys teams. 14, 16s, 18s, pretty much the whole tournament. No one is driving with that width of play as good as this Canberra Brindy team.
They've been very impressive as they roll forward now. Just as I say that, they'll get the ball back here, the Brindy.
Yeah, I think that was Simpson forcing the error. She's having one hell of a game, Simpson, out on the wing there for Canberra.
She's on the right wing. She's having a blinder of a game this afternoon. Sarah Small out of dummy half now. Quigley, they've got Simpson on the outside. Quigley's going to go into dummy half. Now Small, going left-hand side.
Yeah, you can see the Roosters charging up. They're trying to actively raise the tempo of this game.
Newton, Quigley, through the hands. Morrissey! Touch made.
Yeah, it was a late pass there. It was a 50-50. Canberra probably a little bit unlucky, but great scrambling by the Roosters. They're hoping for some big drives in these last 4 or 5 minutes, try and finish over the top of Canberra.
Here's the Roosters on the attack now. Returning serve, Carmody in the cap in the 7. McRae in the 9. No, we've got an error. Crowd is very mixed here. A lot of Roosters, a lot of Brindy supporters. The neutrals, I think, on the Brindy bandwagon for this one. Not sure how they'll split the next one. Simpson nearly through the line.
Yeah, a bit unlucky there for McCarthy. There was some really good drive there. I'll probably get the surname wrong, but Emma Janija has been. I've really been liking her up pace, upbeat driving as well.
Yes, Junija's been very good. I'm not sure if that's how you say it. Apologies if we've got it wrong, Emma. We're doing our best here. These Larney Hall, they want 6 more. Yes, they get 6 more.
Ooh.
Late call.
Ooh, mark that down. If they're able to get the try to convert that 50-50 into points here, that could be a defining moment in this grand final. Roosters have got to be tough here.
Vaya. Smith back on the inside. Has support there. Long ball out wide for Simpson. She won't be able to put the Jets on from there. Sykes.
I think you need 2 defenders to mark Simpson. That speed is next level.
But she needs to be coming off the back fence from 10, 12 metres out. I don't think she's able to do it. They're going to go short side. Intercept. That's Louisa McMahon off and racing. She knows she doesn't have the speed. Over the top. Olivia Ward inside the 10. Tries to take on the cover. In fact, it's Tynese Bowery. 3 1/4 to go.
Bowery's everywhere. I can't speak highly enough for how impressed I am with her game. Both ends of the field. Defence, attack, driving. Bowery's been a standout for the whole tournament.
Penalty to the Roosters. Might have been a touch harsh there, that call. Hands in the ruck was the call. And a forced sub as well. Sykes off. Have to make the change before they can get back to 6. So the Roosters with a 1-player advantage for the time being. The sub comes on. They're back to 6 on 6 on the line. The dive, the touch. Referee says no. Penalty for a late pass.
Yes.
The Canberra half celebrate that.
This is really set up for a big finish here because Roosters have come out with a different game plan. They refuse to go away, Mike.
They will not die. Have you ever known the Roosters to be beaten until it's over?
No, the red, white and Bluesters.
They know when they're...
And this could be right now where they take the grand final away from Canberra.
As we see another forced sub for Canberra. In fact, no, that's a second sub.
No, it's a sin bin now. So it's going to be 6 on 5 and Roosters, they've been tough for the whole game and now they finally get a chance to steal the grand final at the death.
McMahon, no, touch is made.
6 on 5 with a minute or so. It's been set up for the Roosters to finish it off here.
1:40 to go and counting. Brindy by a point in the grand final. Trophies on the line. 1 to come after this. The touch was made. Back to the 7.
Oh.
The crowd can't look. The players can't look.
Surely Canberra can't hold him out again. Surely.
Well, let's see what they've got. Long ball to the outside. It was forward. It was forward.
No. Bowery came up with the right option. Bowery showed great poise and executed the long ball, but it wasn't to be.
Olivia Ward on the end of it, but the referee said it was forward. 65 seconds for Brindy. Can they hold on? We thought they needed another score. They might well need it.
Well, Roosters will get one more set at 6 on 5. So Canberra have got to have a really strong set here.
Simpson to the halfway. The cover comes. The touch was made. The touch was made back here by Norburn.
But it's killing the clock, Mike. It's killing the clock. Simpson needs to take her time. Canberra need to complete the set and make Roosters go length to length, coast to coast if they want to win this grand final.
They're holding on by a fingernail. Quigley takes the touch. Down to 30 seconds. This is a grandstand finish in the grand final. Ball goes to ground. Here's the chance for the Roosters. 20 seconds to go. Probably 2 plays in it. They're over the halfway line. Bodies on the deck everywhere.
Canberra still down to 5 players down. Canberra down to 4. Roosters. I think the dummy half's been touched.
I think that's going to be a turnover, Brindy ball.
Oh, no.
It will be Brindy ball. They're going to hold on. The upset is complete. Canberra Brindy are premiers.
The touch world has been turned on its head as it appears that Canberra in this 18 girls division may be the champs.
That's it. It's full time. It's over. Canberra Brindy steals at 7-6. What a game. The co-main event lives up to its billing. Brindy steals it from Easts.
Canberra Brindy. If you're anything like me, you come into the weekend thinking, what's Brindy? What's this all about? You know who Canberra Brindy are now. They've got through 6 round games, a quarter-final, a semi-final against probably the number 1 ranked team in Hills. Then they've come into the final against the Roosters, down to 5 players. One of the 5 defenders actually fell on the ground, 6 on 4, and they held on.
Time beat them. They got home, the Brindy. The trophy heads to Canberra. Next, the co-main event, the 18 boys, Galea Cup, Hills and Parramatta.
Can the boys possibly live up to a high-quality game like we've just seen? I'm still a little bit trying to absorb what I just saw happen. 6 on 4. Just needed to get the ball through their hands to take the grand final, but Canberra said, no, you don't.
Okay. Okay. Time for the co-main event, the final match of the weekend. The under-18 boys grand final. Hills take on Parramatta for the Galea Cup and the title of under-18 boys premiers. Jason Stanton with me, David Stone will join me in a moment.